Yeah, Tim Ripper Owens here. I've sang for just about everybody. How about that for a lead? Obviously, the big thing now is KK's Priest, but yeah, out hitting Australia solo. Just a great band and great guys with Andrew and Voya and Joel and Jordan we've already played Melbourne and it was just great. I mean, the crowd was so good and it was packed, slam packed, and so we're looking. These other shows. We have. I think the out of the last four, I think they're all only one is on weekdays, so that kind of sucks. But um, a long way to travel to play weekdays.
Yeah.
Um, but it's I expect them to all be good. I mean, the Melbourne show was on Valentine's Day and it was packed, so um, it was probably a night that ended a lot of relationships. So there we go.
Very nice, mate. Actually, I got to say too, like from your point of view, it'd have to be good getting a sold out show for the first show in Melbourne, especially because this is your solo tour. Like, everybody's there to actually see you and your material. You're not a band that you're representing this time around.
Yeah. Well, I think the guys in the band help as well, really, to be honest. On this kind of a tour, I think the band I put together, they're all known musicians and everybody knows they're great. And we played Melbourne last year but yeah, it's great for them to come out. And what's great is to start with a show like that, um and that it's Valentine's Day because that's a hard sell. I mean,
Mm.
you have to uh you got, some guy out there is going to be doing a lot of chores around the house for a while to make it up. But a lot of couples were out there, and it was a very romantic heavy metal evening.
Very nice. Now, you have finished the show in Melbourne on Valentine's Day, but you've still got a few to go. You've got Sydney this Thursday, Brisbane on Saturday, then you've got Adelaide, and you finish in Perth on the 24th. So we just sort of spoke about this being your solo tour, but what's going to be different this time around to your last few times here?
Well, we added some songs to the set list. We added another. We have two KK's Priest songs in there, and uh, added a Beyond Fear song. We added Scream Machine. We added a classic Beyond the Realms of Death in the set list this time, and uh, Iced Earth when the Eagle cries. It's really a really good set list. Um, little bit of everything. Obviously, it doesn't. I had some people that said they wanted to hear a lot more Iced Earth and My Era Priest. I mean, we have one, two, three or four songs of My Era Priest in there. But you got to make a set list to make everybody happy. That's kind of it's you want to make it fun for everybody. So it's
Mm.
kind of one of those set lists that um, anytime I tour, I try to do that, but I have to add in songs a lot of times that I don't even want to do, to be honest, but I do it to make it an enjoyable show.
Yeah, like you mentioned that, bro. Like you have been in so many bands, including Judas Priest, Ice Earth, there's Yngwie Malmsteen, Dio's Disciples, the Three Tremors, KK's Priest, and of course Ripper. So coming up with the set list to keep everyone happy must be a fucking nightmare, bro.
It is just as it is with anybody. I mean, it's the same with KK's Priest, isn't it? I mean, we do a lot of KK's, probably half and half, but the thing we don't do is a lot of My Era Judas Priest. We do one song, so people complain a lot about that. But it's the same with every band and every artist out there. It's always a pain in the butt, and it's a challenge to make a set list. You will not make anybody happy. And to be honest, in this day and age, it's impossible to make somebody happy. I mean, it's just they're going to complain. I mean, listen, just by reading comments on posts of mine on social media, people know everything. I mean, they know exactly how I should look, sound, what clothes I should wear, what set list I should have. So you're not going to make everybody happy. Um, and that's it's really hard to do. And you nailed it. People want to hear Winter's Bane, my first band I released something with. So it's tough, and you kind of do it. And I've toured doing these songs. I know my South America tour coming up. I think I've added Bloodstained into the set list, and uh, we might do Jugulator. But it's tough to do it. But this is a really good one, and the band's really great. A lot of energy, a lot of fun. So it's definitely a great show, and people, we got some great merch there. Doug at Hardlines, him and his wife's put together some Amabel's put together some really good merch, shirts. I know we had some vinyl and stuff, and I brought some posters and 8x10s signed. So it's really a nice show to come up. People don't want to miss it because it's not something that's going to happen every day, you know. So try to get the word out, get their tickets, and get out there.
Fantastic. And you did touch on the backing band you've got with you, mate. Like you've got some bloody good musicians there in Joel and Jordan McDonald and Andrew Hudson and Voya. I wasn't going to try and say his last name, so now I'm going to fuck it up, but Mulitinovic. Like tell us
There you
about
go.
them and why you've got them as part of the tour.
Well, couple shows we did last year, Joel and Jordan put this lineup together for us to do the shows, and I was just over the moon with them when I showed up. We did a rehearsal the night before the first show in Sydney, and it was great. Uh, we do a little guitar solo, we instrumentally thing in there, and a little drum solo, and it's just like a complete show. It looks like a band that's played together. That's what it should be, because and this was the first time when I just played with them. Because when I go to South America or Spain coming up, these are bands that I've played with before, so it's pretty solid. But now when I asked Joel about putting this run of shows together in February, I was really hoping I could get the same lineup, because they're all musicians, they're all busy, uh, with life and music and jobs and careers and whatever it may be. You're going to be busy, but we were able to do it. And yeah, they are just great musicians and a lot of fun to be with. So it's, I mean, just the price of admission is just listening to Jordan laugh all the time. I think that's, people could pay just to hear that and see that.
I'll back that one up for sure. And I've noticed lately you've been doing a lot of collaborations with smaller up and coming bands like Carbon Black and Wargrave, a Pyramid. There's quite a few more, mate. Like as an artist, what do you get out of collaborating with bands that sort of more just starting out?
Well, it's a lot of fun. I've always done it, but it really probably kicked into a little more gear, or even the idea at when COVID hit. I had to do something, so I think I posted, "Hey, I'm off." Obviously, I'm off, and so that's what happens. I come home, and if I have some time off, I mean, people say, "Why do I do that all the time?" And I'm like, "Well, why wouldn't I do that all the time?" I mean, I go home, I'm off the road. I mean, the main priority in my career right now is KK's Priest. That's the main priority. So whatever, obviously I was told that this year wasn't going to be much going on. We'll probably start recording a new record, hopefully. But I had to book touring. But when I'm home, I do vocals and yeah, I do it for a lot of people. I mean, it's just a lot of times I'll just post on social media and I'll give a little plug. It's rippervocals@gmail.com. That I'm off the road, and if they want me to guest on the record, give me a drop me a line, and we'll discuss and see if it can be done. I don't do it for free, so we'll make that point clear, because I've had some offers, and I think people think I do it for free, or they want to pay. Some of the offers are pretty funny.
And
It's
at end of the
but
day, you're paying
it's
for
a
a
lot of
service.
fun.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of great ones here in Australia, a lot of great bands, and a lot of good songs. I've had some really cool songs here as well. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to do. A lot of different style of stuff. I mean, I'll go from like an '80s or '70s kind of a rainbowish song to like a death metal song. So it's really funny to do all the different stuff.
Yeah. Now, we mentioned before the long list of bands you've fronted in your career, mate, but musically, what do you get differently from each band, I guess? Like, is it a personal challenge to sort of be able to do so much stuff? Is it like what are you actually getting out of it?
No, it's still me singing, so I guess that's kind of the thing. I mean, I really enjoy uh obviously the songs I'm going to enjoy the most is the ones I've been involved with so much, with my era Priest, and I really, really enjoy the KK's Priest. I mean, the last couple of years has been so successful with KK's Priest. The last album was just such a banger and a winner. all the way around on the record, and we're really they're great guys. It's a great time live on the road. But when I do these tours, I enjoy singing all of them. I mean, really couple celebration numbers in this set list for some. But when people ask me to do different things, different styles, I love doing it all. It's all a little bit different, but it's still always me singing it. Obviously, it's a little more challenging when it's somebody else who already sang it, and they might be a lot different than me, especially the higher natural voice stuff, and they want me to do it. So, or they want a certain vibe, and I might not be my vibe. But I just enjoy doing it, and it makes me a better singer, being able to sing all the different stuff.
Right. Now, before we let you go, Ripper, I've started up a new segment called Photo Bomb, where basically I scroll through your social media before I speak with you, and I'll find some pictures that I want to know a little bit more about. So the first one I found for you is this one here. Like, you've been given the key to Albuquerque, mate, but what does that actually mean? Like, when you get a key to a city, what does that actually mean? Because we don't do that in Australia.
It's just a tribute and a it's like winning an award. It really actually that key, from what I was told from the mayor, the key was actually like a replica of a real jail key. So I guess I should keep it in my pocket at all times in case I get arrested. Um, but yeah, KK and I each got one, so it was really cool. It was the first time I ever got a key to a city, so that was a great honor to do that. It's a really big honor, and this mayor happens to like heavy metal, obviously, and I think Mark got a key from Accept. I know he got a key, and I think this guy goes to some metal concerts and gives keys out to some metal people that him and his brother comes along, and so it's a honor to get one.
So if you get caught playing up in town, can you just pull the key out and it's like a get out of jail free card?
Well, either that or I have to reach around the bars and open it up with the key. One of the two is going to happen.
Very good. Now, this other one, we haven't got these in Australia, mate. So I just want to know, is this how you make a cactus?
Yeah, that's that is in Australia, to let you know.
Oh, is it?
That's that's a winery here. I'm not going to let them know because they might not let me back. Actually, it's in the Megalong Valley here, close to it's close to Blackheath, really, in up here in the Blue Mountains. It's in the Blue Mountains, Megalong Valley. That wasn't at the Megalong Valley Winery. That was at the one next door. But uh, my girlfriend suggested that if I could spice up the grapes a little bit before they come into season, so I figured let's help them out.
You'll
So
have people. Sorry.
what this basically means, Kris, is that I will have my own wine out pretty soon.
And it also means there's going to be people watching this drinking that Mary Long wine who are spitting it out all over the place right now.
Yeah, this was before you could tell that what I wasn't peeing on the grapes. I was peeing on the ground, but maybe I wasn't. Who knows?